Sheriff. Darlene, come in here. Okay. Marshals, we'll get y'all on the other side. Thank y'all.
Right, we are waiting for police to give us an update, and officials, you can see they have all been assembled here to just give us details about the tip that came in. We're told it came from New Orleans. Credible information
I'm Colonel
about
Robert
his whereabouts.
Superintendent of Louisiana State Police. Almost 5 months ago, most of us in this same room met to discuss 10 inmates who escaped from the Orleans Parish Justice Center. We all had one focus: to capture the 10 escapees. Collectively, federal, state, and local law enforcement worked together seamlessly to locate and arrest these fugitives. Together, we leveraged investigative tools, technology, and good old-fashioned police work. Although many weeks have gone by, our 10th fugitive, Groves, remained at large. Law enforcement never lost sight during the investigation and our responsibility to bring a violent criminal back to prison. In early October 2025, task force personnel learned.
Okay, y'all, I'm not going to be here long. Y'all know I talked about this, and I covered it from when they all broke out until Antoine was number 2, the last of the 2. They caught him, and now Derrick. But Derrick was the only one to get out of, no, didn't they catch someone in Texas? I think they did. But let me go. I want to listen to this one
Developing
first.
at 6, a convicted killer, the center of a nationwide manhunt, captured right here in Atlanta. Derrick Groves is one of the people seen running out of this New Orleans jail in May. And Channel 2 Action News was there as U.S. Marshals took him into custody today. Groves was the last of the 10 New Orleans escapees. Investigators found him hiding.
Is it wrong that I was kind of hoping that he would? I've never watched Love and Lockup or none of that stuff, so it's not none of that. But it was just the principle of the matter that dirty cop had his grandmother assassinated.
In a basement crawl space under a home on Honeysuckle Lane. Channel 2's Tom Jones is live there right now. And Tom, you're the one who told the homeowner investigators had found the escaped murderer there.
That's right, Linda. Richard McQueen.
Hey, Joy Chit Chat. Hey, Independent. Hey, Mike. Hey, bro, CMA. Okay, what I title it? Who dropped dime? Somebody dropped the dime on him. The tip came from New Orleans. The tip came from it was probably one of them old praying sisters that called it in on him. One of them folk that love the Lord and they had to do what they had to do. It was probably one of them praying folks that turned them in. Or y'all think it was an OG? Somebody wanted $50,000.
He told me he got a call from someone saying that he needed to come and check out his house. When he got here, this is what he saw. Take a look. The front door broken down. Take a look at that window there. It is gone. Look over there to the right. The garage door. It is obliterated. This home is a mess. McQueen says he didn't know his tenants and never expected to see something like this.
That's him.
I mean, I don't know what was going on. I don't know. This I
Oh, you knew Texas. I think he can't even get his words out. Oh, I don't. You know what? Who was he renting? He was renting that home to someone. So whoever he was renting that house to, my, oh my, oh my. I forgot to snip one picture. Derrick, he blew a kiss to the cameras as they was putting him in the backseat of the car. Another brother gone. Another brother gone to the system.
I'm like you, speechless.
Richard McQueen was speechless after he arrived at the home he rents out on Honeysuckle Lane and found SWAT officers left it severely damaged. I had to tell McQueen police damaged it trying to get an escaped double murderer out of the home.
They was quiet. When I went, I was just getting the rent.
He says his daughter collected the rent and he had no idea who was living here. Police say they got a tip. 28-year-old Derrick Rose was in the home. They tried to get him to come out, but he refused. We deployed a number of canisters of gas to help move him throughout the house, which he moved to the basement of the house. Soon after, Clayton County K-9 was deployed in the crawl space of the location and found him in that crawl space. I recorded this video of officers bringing out a handcuffed Groves. As they led him away in a patrol car, he screamed something to our camera. And neighbors say officers used some sort of battering ram to puncture holes in this home in an effort to get Groves to come out. McQueen is very concerned about who's going to pay for all this damage. He kept looking at the damage and seemed just stunned that out of all the houses Groves could have been found in, it had to be one that he rented. Police say they learned that Groves was here after they got a tip from New Orleans. We're live in Southwest.
They learned that Derrick was there after they got a tip from New Orleans. New Orleans. Somebody from New Orleans got $50,000 because they went through they say they never pay him. I can't believe I for sure thought I was hoping he was in Mexico, but at least he wasn't in New Orleans. You know, what's the other guy name? I can't even think. He never even made it out of New Orleans. All right, let me listen to a little bit of this, and then this won't be long. It's just I'm at a loss for words. I really am.
Task force personnel learned that Derrick Groves was likely in the Atlanta, Georgia area. Through information gathered via multiple search warrants and other investigative means, detectives obtained digital evidence that Derrick Groves was at a residence in Atlanta. Today, with the assistance of numerous law enforcement agencies, including the Atlanta Police Department and the U.S. Marshal Service, search warrants were executed at a residence in southwest Atlanta where Derrick Groves was ultimately taken into custody. I want to personally thank the FBI, ATF, HSI, DEA, the U.S. Marshal Service, the Secret Service, the Attorney General's Office, State Probation and Parole, our LSP troopers and investigators, the New Orleans Police Department, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, the St. Bernard Parish Sheriff's Office, the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office, and the Crime Stoppers of Greater New Orleans for their unwavering support of public safety. Together, we are stronger, and today marks the culmination of nearly 5 months of investigative work. As you look to the screen, to my right, your left, you will see the 10 escapees from the Orleans Parish Justice Center. All have been returned to correctional facilities where they no longer pose a threat to the residents and visitors of Louisiana. Next, you'll hear from our State Attorney General, Liz Murrow.
As police believe they have in custody the final.
Sorry, y'all. I didn't know it went on mute. My bad.
Individual. They're escaping from that Orleans parish as police capturing Derrick Groves, the last fugitive from that jailbreak involving 10 inmates nearly 5 months ago. Let's take you out right now to New Orleans.
I didn't know I was on mute. I was saying that they mentioned that they got a tip from New Orleans. That's how they were able to capture him. So I said that someone in New Orleans dropped a dime on him. Someone in New Orleans, someone that knows him, knew where he was. So did that person play a part in helping him get there? Because he didn't walk from Atlanta. He didn't walk from New Orleans to Atlanta. How did he get to Atlanta? Will those people that assisted him be charged? And the person that turned him in, if they assisted him in getting there, they probably won't get that $50,000 anyway. You know, Antoine Massey was the last person to get caught. They were the last two. They were the first two out. It was Derrick that jumped first, and then Antoine was right behind him. And they were the last two to be caught. But Antoine was caught right there in a part of New Orleans. Derrick made it to Atlanta. How did he get to Atlanta? I am curious. I mean, you know, appease me. I'd like to know. How did he get there? Let's listen to a little bit more of this since it was on mute initially. I didn't know that. But we're talking about Derrick Groves, okay? One of the New Orleans escapees. He escaped 5 months ago. He has been free for the last 5 months. And one of the things, and I didn't capture that picture, he blew a kiss to the cameras as they were putting him into the car. He's gained some weight. He has gained some weight, guys. As you can see there, he's put on a few pounds since. So he's been eating good. He has not been missing any meals. Hey, Daniels.
Providing an update here on this. We're also expecting one from Atlanta. Let's listen into this here on Live Now from Fox. We chronicle this story from the very beginning.
Sometimes there is no shade, Freddie. Sometimes.
Can you talk a little bit about the arrest of Derrick Groves this morning or this afternoon, just a short while ago?
Sure, I can't get into the details on the ground because obviously.
He's been eating real good because I'm gonna tell you something. When you look at him, he was a little skinny thing. He was a little old bitty thing. He was a little bitty thing before he went in there. Oh, that picture didn't come out right. Yeah, he was skinny.
I was not there, but we have confirmed that escaped inmate Derrick Groves was captured in Atlanta, Georgia, following a standoff in Southwest Atlanta. After nearly 5 months on the run after escape from the Orleans Parish Justice Center on May 16th. I think across the board, whether you are a reporter or whether you are in law enforcement or whether you lived in the neighborhood where he wreaked havoc, or whether you were a witness who was brave enough to come forward and testify against him, everybody is sighing a collective sigh of relief, knowing that a person who was facing multiple life sentences is now in custody. And we look forward to holding him accountable for the crimes that he was already convicted of and the other crimes that he committed, Paul.
Can you talk about the partnerships that led to today's arrest?
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, you've got the Atlanta Police Department heavily involved, working very closely with Brian Fair and the U.S. Marshal Service. The U.S. Marshal Service has just really gone above and beyond when we have multi-jurisdictional issues. There have been a number of cases in which they've weighed in quite heavily, working with the NOPD and all of our federal and state and local partners and Troop NOLA to try to find him when he was here. Obviously, they had a bit of a lead time in when that was reported to law enforcement partners and the press, and he was able to make good his escape for 5 months. But I think you may remember Brian Fair saying a number of times, Derrick Groves has to get lucky every single time, and law enforcement has to get lucky once. And that happened today, thank God.
And the fact that all of the inmates were recovered, were taken into custody without any injury, anyone shot, anybody.
You know, I think a lot of people were. Let me speak for myself. I was deeply concerned that someone that had been convicted of a double homicide and was supposed to be in Angola would not go easily. I was afraid that there would be loss of life, whether it be civilian or law enforcement. And I don't think we thank Derrick Groves for that. I think we thank God for that, that he was taken into custody without injury.
DA, if you could, I know this is sort of the very beginning. I mean, Derrick Groves captured, that's one thing, but how did he get to Atlanta? And if he had any help along the way, that's something that investigators are going to be looking for.
Look, I'm not going to, I don't spend too much time on this because these folks are here to celebrate a monumental accomplishment for the city.
Who helped him? Who helped Derrick get to Atlanta? Am I upset that they did? But who turned him in? Who do y'all think turned him in? Hope I had some Instagram stuff I wanted to show y'all, but I don't know. There's so many things on here.
Was holed up in this house in Southwest Atlanta. It was surrounded by multiple law enforcement agencies as they tried to figure out whether or not Groves was actually inside of that home. We don't know what led police to that location. We don't know how long they've been keeping an eye on that situation, but if you'll remember, what you're seeing on your screen right now is when those 10 inmates escaped out of Orleans Justice Center. We do have some new video that we're going to show you in just a moment of the location in Atlanta, the house in the southwest part of town where Derrick Groves apparently was holed up. We don't know for how long. We don't know how long.
The house that he was holed up in. So whoever was renting the home, somebody was living there and paying rent. They knew he was there. Do you think they should be charged or will be charged? What do you guys think? You guys can leave a comment for me. Someone that he was thinking had, I know who did it. And will they get the $50,000? Because if they knew he was there for a certain amount of time before turning him in, oh.
Even had the district attorney, Jason Williams, come out and say that he was personally afraid of Derrick Groves being on the loose because he tried those cases along with a couple of other.
Child, this is just.
We're here with New Moon. I've been running.
It's. Let me see what this one said. This is the neighborhood talk. Let me see. I'm gonna get off in a few minutes. They just showing him getting into the car. I was lazy. I didn't feel like going live on my laptop. It'd be tripping anyway, so I just went live on my phone. So I know you guys I can't share any screens with you or anything like that, but I'm sure you all have seen this all over. They say end of the road, escaped inmate Derrick Groves finally caught after 5 months on the run was reportedly detained in Atlanta. Oh, he was found in the ATL. He got relaxed. You think he dropped his guard? 5 months. But you know what? He had 5 months of freedom that he was never supposed to have, based according to New Orleans, because he's in for life. He'll probably never see the light of day. Now, on the other hand, Antoine Massey has a new attorney who says he is innocent, and they are ready to go to the bat, honey, to the mattresses, shall I say. But Derrick had 5 months, and ain't no telling. Somebody said he probably made 5 babies while he been out. Love after lockup. You know, it's some women that love to get them a man that's been locked up in prison. It's some women that will marry a man while he locked up. It's women that will marry a man while he's locked up behind bars. Didn't one woman marry a man that had already unalived one woman? She married him and went down there to see him, and he choked her to death too. Ain't no Shango stick worth that. 15. I'm trying to see. There's so many. Let me see what they say right now. They say Derrick Rose blows a kiss at the camera. Y'all can't see it. I'm gonna snip that picture. He blew a kiss directly to the cameras. He knew they were watching him. Then when they were driving off, he was screaming something, saying like, "I told y'all something." So someone said they were going to reduce the noise in the background so we could hear exactly what he was saying. But, you know, I'm just, Derrick Rose has been arrested in Atlanta. He spent 145 days on the run. Now he has to go back to funky Angola. He's been free, doing whatever he want, eating good. You know, he didn't have a fresh haircut. When they caught Antoine Massey, his hair was freshly done and everything. You know, Antoine Massey is a pretty boy. He like to dress good and keep his hair done and all that. Derrick Rose he's a hardcore YN, for lack of better words, okay? I'm gonna just say it like that. I'm trying to see if there's anything else on here that I want to talk about regarding this. I'm not going to. Sources: standoff in Atlanta may involve that was before they knew it. I can't believe he was in Atlanta though. How did he get to Atlanta, y'all? Who drove him to Atlanta? They're risking their freedom. Whoever took him to Atlanta. They must really look. You know it was a woman. That's why he blew that kiss to the camera, letting her know, "I love you. I know you might go to prison for helping me, but I love you." Breaking: escaped New Orleans inmate Derrick Rose possibly spotted. Oh, he has gained him some weight. He's been eating real good. He's been eating real good. Video of Derrick Groves, the back of an Atlanta police car surfaces. Yeah, they got him. They got him, y'all. Mm-mm-mm. Uh. All 10 are captured now. I know y'all can't see that. They finally marked the last one off of the list. I had so many videos that I had put aside to talk about, but heck.
Marshall source, escaped inmate Derrick Groves has been captured in Atlanta. According to law enforcement, Atlanta police had a home surrounded in connection to an investigation involving the New Orleans jailbreak that happened in May of 2025. Derrick Groves was the last remaining escapee that had not been captured. Groves escaped with 9 other inmates from the Orleans Parish Justice Center on May 16, 2025, through this hole behind the toilet. Before his escape, Groves was found guilty on 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. The district attorney said that these charges do carry a life sentence. The rest of the inmates were captured within weeks, but Groves remained at large for nearly 5 months. The story is still developing, and we will update you as we learn more.
And that's that, y'all. So Derrick Groves has been captured. It is what it is. He's been working out. Looks, I don't know if he's been working out, but he sure did. He sure did buff up, didn't he? He buffed up real good. He was a little stick. He was a stick. All right, y'all. What time is it now? Oh yeah, let me get on off of here, honey, so I can get myself ready. I was trying to find the Let me see if I can find it before I go. Because they never really had any real evidence against him. They used video footage of him rapping to convict him of murder. They used videos of him rapping. Yeah. That's what they did. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it. Let me see. I'm sure you guys have heard it.
You don't have to pay to post on TikTok.
Yep, I done went over to my TikTok. To try and find when I posted, because I've been talking about Dr. Umar a lot. Let me see if
So,
no. That's not it either. Hold on, guys. I got so much stuff on here. Ain't no telling. Ain't no telling where it is, y'all. Oh, I think I found it.
We had 100 shots when we brand new. You looking like a nigga stand up. Yeah, moving your tie like a candle. Nigga smoking pot like a man. So I'm in the night on the back street. Nigga kick out and run like a antique. People swinging in the Tahoe. I guess they heard selling Rollo. The people that came from the front and the back. Hanging I run the side though. I never rap. Nigga beat me up. Bang and hand me a blindfold. This is shit that I signed to. Young and I had to remind you. You going Instagram, going live, but you ain't showing a nigga where to find you. I got to send up and find you.
And that was one of the videos they used to convict him, if you could understand what he was saying. But anyway, Derrick Groves has been captured. He has been on the loose, on the run for 145 days. Yeah, he has been free. Imagine you all that are watching me, you're free. You're free to do whatever you want, whenever you want. You can go and watch all of the channels you want. You can be messy one day and you can be good the next day. You are free to do whatever you want. But imagine all of that being taken away from you in the blink of an eye. That's what has just happened to Derrick Groves. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another video real soon. Check me out in the mornings, okay? Black Queens Forever. Snow Bunnies